Hi everyone, these are the important questions. Do I need to go for chemotherapy? How many sessions of chemotherapy do I need? What about immunotherapy? What about surgery? What about CT scans? Well, join us on our Simply Healed program every Thursday nights at 7:30 p.m. Singapore, Hong Kong, and Philippine time. Our sessions are interactive.
Antibiotics bukod sa mga gamot na binigay ng doktor sa ospital, may tinake din siya na alternative medicine, yung PPARs. May kamahalan. So, sinugal ko para, kasi kailangan kung di mo isusugal yun, baka maputulan talaga. Kasi kahit naglilinis kami ng paa, tapos nagdidibri, pero parang slow yung healing process niya. So, I tried na painumin siya at 10 tablets at AM and 10 at lunch and then 10 at the evening. And the soft gel, twice a day also. So, religiously binibigay ko yun sa kanya. Ang dati kasi dahil nag-peak yung WBC niya, medyo nag-septic siya. Sa mga nakakaalam, sabihin yung infection kumalat na sa buong katawan. Kaya nagkaroon ng problema yung pagkaisipan, na nawala sa wisyo. Dramatically, yun yung maganda doon. Dramatically, after 1 to 2 days, parang nakita ko siya ng improvement. Doon, nakita namin na sa help ng antibiotic and together with PPARs, sabi ko, maganda yung kinalabasan. So, why not continue? Hanggang nakita ko rin na gumaganda yung healing process. Tapos, yung WBC, nag-dramatically from 46. Imagine, 46, dramatically bumaba siya ng 39, 33, 27, 19, 15, and then 11, 9, 7. So, nakikita mo talaga yung changes na nagawa ng gamot na yun. So, yung support ng family ay mahalaga sa recover ng pasyente. So, una, yun yung talaga nakikita ko, yung support system. Then secondly, syempre, with the help of the advanced technology, like yung mga ini-introduce ng mga gamot, hindi ko pwedeng alisin yun sa scene, sa scenario. So ako kasi, dahil nga nasa medical field ako, medyo alam ko yung mga ganyang mga alternative medicine and evidence-based ako. So sa PPARs, sabi ko nga, maganda yung result. Ito walang harong biro to. It's not joke. Yung mo binayaran So it's no joke. Talagang maganda yung yung nangyari sa kapatid ko, yung lalo na yung wound healing. Yun yung nakikita ko, yung wound healing talaga. Nag-granulate siya, na nagkaroon, magumanda yung circulation, nabuo ng laman, okay? Nagkalaman yung mga paa niya na dating wala. Makikita niyo naman sa picture, di ba? Dating wala, nagkaroon ng laman. So, na-prevent natin yung pagputol. I can say na effective. Okay, effective yung PPARs.
Ano yung ma-advise nyo sa mga patients na same case sa sister ninyo?
Okay. So, I advise them to try. Then, kagaya ko, gusto ko may ebidensya na experience ng on hand ng ate ko. So, ganun din yung papayo ko. Try to experience yung healing, try to take the medicine religiously despite medyo may konting kamahalan, but then kung titinan mo naman yung long term na gamutan, mas mahal yun. Tsaka hospitalization. At yung syempre, yung recovery. Yun yung maganda doon yung recovery, mapabilis. So, try ninyo. Hello, I'm Joel Elcano. My sister, diabetic since way back 10 years up to now. Because of SimplyNature, hindi niya na kailangan mag-amputate. Yung recovery niya, yung unti-unti nagkaroon ng maganda, nagkalaman yung kanyang mga paa. Still recovering, yet nakikita ko yung magandang bunga. And that is because of SimplyNature PPARs. And I trust SimplyNature.
always with you from start to finish.
SimplyNature PPARs products and how it can make the difference in your metabolic illness or even cancer journey, you're in the right place. I'm Sheila and I'm your host for this afternoon. We're really excited because today's SNA topic is entitled Taking a U-Turn with the Help of SimplyNature PPARs to Prevent Metabolic Illnesses. In this session, we'll explore how SimplyNature PPARs can help you take a U-turn in your health journey by addressing metabolic illnesses as their root. Learn how this natural solution support the body's ability to restore balance, promote healing, and prevent common conditions like diabetes, hypertension, and other lifestyle diseases. Throughout the webinar, please feel free to send in your questions by dropping it in the comment section. We'll be trying to answer all questions as much as we can during the AMA session at the end, so don't hesitate to engage with us. Now, leading our discussion this afternoon are distinguished health experts. First is our resident pharmacist and one of our dearest client service officers here in SimplyNature. I'm sure you know her, Ms. Jenele Macanjola. On to our next expert. I'd like to introduce a successful entrepreneur, seasoned international speaker on a wide range of topics from personal success to healthcare. He is the CEO and founding director of SimplyNature International and passionate advocate of integrative health solutions. Please join us in welcoming Mr. Shyan Lim. Let's all watch this.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of SimplyNature Answers. I'm Shyan, your PPARs expert from Singapore. Today we're going to tackle the topic of taking a U-turn with the help of SimplyNature PPARs to prevent metabolic illnesses. Well, we've just enjoyed, depending on when you watch this video, we might have just enjoyed the holiday seasons. And some of us might suddenly be burdened with the diagnostic that our blood sugar and blood cholesterol is on the high side. We may not be completely diabetic yet, or your blood cholesterol might not be worrisome yet, but it certainly crossed the borderline and you want to effect a U-turn. Right? SimplyNature PPARs can help you create a U-turn to prevent you from becoming full-fledged diabetic or really having a serious high blood cholesterol issue. Okay. So let's discuss how we can do that. In our other videos on metabolic syndromes, like the one that is titled, Why Should I Take SimplyNature PPARs If I'm on Maintenance Medication? We talk about how SimplyNature PPAR works, right? It works by bringing your own body's system back to normal function. So unlike drugs, which you will have to take if you can't make a U-turn on your blood sugar levels and your blood cholesterol levels, drugs work on the symptoms. It lowers the blood sugar, it lowers the blood cholesterol, but it doesn't solve why your blood sugar was high in the first place and why your blood pressure and blood cholesterol is high. Now I'm going to give you one simple illustration in each of these conditions. For high blood sugar level, right, your blood sugar level is high because your cells are not sensitive to insulin anymore. Something has happened in your body, could be your lifestyle, could be a bout of illness, could be stress, could be something it triggered and damaged your cell's ability to become sensitive to insulin. When you're not sensitive to insulin, your body cannot manage your blood sugar levels. So it uses the drug to do that instead. But SimplyNature PPARs will actually work on your metabolic pathways, and in that process, it will make your cells sensitive to insulin again, which means that now your body is able to metabolize and manage its blood sugar levels like it used to when you were normal and healthy. For blood cholesterol, well, we take a look at LDL and HDL. For what SimplyNature PPAR does is that it actually increases your HDL. And that actually helps your body to remove cholesterol from your system. So LDL actually delivers cholesterol into your system or carries it into your system. HDL carries it out. So for many of us, our problem is we have no problems loading cholesterol into our system. We have trouble taking it out. So SimplyNature PPARs actually increases the HDL levels in your body, and that will help you restore a balance to your cholesterol level inside you. Because you can not only deliver it to your organs and the rest of your body, but you can also remove it. Next, SimplyNature PPARs tackles inflammation. It modulates inflammation. When you modulate inflammation, it makes your blood vessels smooth. Okay? Because when we talk about high blood cholesterol, our biggest worry is heart attack, right? You need a stent, your arteries getting clogged up. So many people think that your arteries or your blood vessels get clogged up, get stuck because of cholesterol. No, that's not actually the case. The reason why your blood vessels get clogged up is because your blood vessels are rough. Your blood vessels are rough. So when they are rough, the cholesterol that flows through your bloodstream gets caught on the rough surface of your blood vessels, and then it starts to accumulate. So that means if your blood vessels were smooth, these cholesterol find it hard to catch on the side of the wall of your blood vessels, so they don't accumulate. That is why inflammation is the key to preventing heart attacks and cardiovascular issues, and not just lowering your cholesterol intake. So as I quickly already covered how SimplyNature PPARs actually works, so you can see that the mechanism in which it works actually is preventive in nature as well. So not only does it restore and help you make that U-turn, it actually prevents it from even getting worse or even developing in the first place. So if you take SimplyNature PPAR tablets, you can actually, if you're on the borderline, even the tablets alone should be suffice to make your U-turn and to keep you healthy. So I hope that's good news for you. If you want to find out more about the mechanisms of how this works, simply ask me more questions in the next segment of our program, which is the Ask Me Anything segment. In this segment, you can ask me about blood cholesterol, you can ask me about metabolic syndromes, you can even ask me about cancer, immune deficiencies like lupus, psoriasis and eczema. You know, all these diseases are actually interrelated. And I'm very happy to answer any questions that you may have. So let's go to the Ask Me Anything segment.
Thank you so much, Mr. Shyan Lim. I'm sure that you have learned so much from that discussion and has got you a lot more curious about PPARs. So let's not keep you waiting. To answer our questions for today, let me call on once again our experts, the CEO and founding director of SimplyNature International, Mr. Shyan Lim, and our resident pharmacist and one of our dearest client service officers, Ms. Jen Macanjola. Good afternoon, Sir Shyan, and good afternoon, Ms. Jen.
Good afternoon, Sheila. Hi, Jen.
It's always a healthy day with Jenny Ling.
Okay.
That is
Yeah,
so
let's go
good.
on to our questions today.
All right. Well, I can see some questions being thrown privately to us in our inbox. So the first question is coming from Miss Venus. I am diagnosed with stage 0 breast cancer and I have diabetes and hypertension too. Would I experience hypoglycemia if I take PPARs powder 30 minutes before meal?
Okay, let me answer this, Jen. Okay, number one, you will never experience hypoglycemia with any PPAR protocol as long as you're not taking diabetes drugs, all right? So that means no matter how much PPARs you take, your blood sugar will only go down to normal. It will never go below. The reason is because the PPAR protocol, the PPAR extract powder that you take, doesn't lower your sugar levels, okay, like metformin does. Metformin forces your sugar level down. But for our PPAR protocols, it makes your cells sensitive to insulin. So that means your cells will metabolize the sugar that it needs. It won't do more, all right? It won't do more. So that's why I have to say, just like in our discussion in the 5-minute video, our PPARs protocol is a superior way of managing your blood sugar level because you never have to fear about dosage. No matter how much you take, it will only go to normal. All right, so it will never go lower than normal, no matter how much you take. So that's a good news for you. In fact, your choice of taking PPAR powder for stage 0 breast cancer is the best choice you could have made. Number one, you're going to fight your cancer. Number two, you're going to bring your blood cholesterol, blood sugar, and probably even if you probably have hypertension, all right, down. You're going to make your body anti-inflammatory, so you're going to starve the cancer. The only thing that I would add to your comment is this. The best thing that you can take is actually the PPAR liquid, all right? And don't forget, if you're taking the powder or the liquid, do take the PPAR tablets together. The reason is because the powder and the liquid are the keys. It switches on your body's anti-cancer engine, all right? But the fuel is actually the tablets. Because try as we may, it's very hard to have a well-balanced diet. So you might be missing some essential trace minerals and vitamins and phytonutrients. So that you can actually find in the PPAR tablets. So the PPAR tablets always work together with the extracts. All right. So again, the best choice is going to be the PPAR liquid, but of course, the PPAR liquid is more expensive compared to the PPAR powder. For stage 0, PPAR powder is good and effective. But if money is not an issue and you want the Rolls Royce, the best of the best, then go for the liquid. Okay, but what you got, the PPAR powder, should be sufficient. You're muted.
Sorry. That's
Yeah.
right. Would you like to add anything, Miss Jen?
I know Sir Shyan already talked about expensive, but let's add more to that. If you are diabetic and hypertensive and breast cancer, aside from PPARs, you should also take the cleansing plus first before starting the PPARs protocol. Yeah, so it adds in for the detox and safe weight loss and a rich source of dietary fiber that can actually regulate the absorption of your sugar. So your
Yes.
insulin won't help spike.
Yeah, that's true. So that helps with your diabetes. It also your gut health. Everybody, you know, this is actually what we discussed in our other program. Your gut health has an immediate impact on your immune response. Okay. Actually, in my upcoming Simply Heal program, we actually talk about this. If you were to imagine your immune system, your bone marrow is the hospital where the child is born. All right. But your gut, believe it or not, your gut is the school, is the education system, is the primary school, is the high school where your immune system is actually maturing too. So you have your hospital, which is the bone marrow, where your child is born. You have the gut, where your immune system is actually being nurtured away to become mature and effective. So that's why gut health is very important when you are fighting cancer, all right? And of course, it's great for your overall health as well as your mental health, all right? So that's why Jen's suggestion of taking Cleansing Plus is important. If I were you, I would take the Cleansing Plus for the first 3 days that you're on the protocol because it will at the same time help you detox. And you should feel very clean and good also.
Excellent.
Good suggestion.
Thank you. Thank you, Sir Shyan. Thank you, Miss Jen. Next question coming from Miss Jules. Can I take PPARs even if I'm also currently taking anastrozole?
Yeah, there is no contraindications with any chemotherapy drugs. In fact, our Simply Heal B2B, they are doing a presentation with a group of medical oncologists tomorrow afternoon. So these are one of the most commonly asked questions. Does it have a contraindication with my chemotherapy drug? The answer is absolutely not. In fact, it's going to be helpful. However, that being said, we don't take it at the same time. All right, you don't take your oral chemotherapy and then immediately take your PPAR extract powder. Right? It's just like I asked you this question, right? Is there any contraindication between vitamins and coffee? The answer is no lang, right? But most of us know by instinct, you don't take coffee with your multivitamins. It's just something that you want to separate, right? Because coffee has caffeine. You want the effect of the caffeine by itself, and then you want to have some space for the vitamins to be absorbed by your body. So the same when it comes to taking SimplyNature PPAR protocols. Is there an issue taking it together? There isn't, but I guess for best effect, we will take it separate, right? How far apart? At least an hour apart. So if you're taking oral chemotherapy drugs, then take it an hour apart. All right. If you are going for actual IV chemotherapy sessions, then we will actually suggest that you take it after, right? You take it after. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Sir Sean. Very helpful. Miss Jen?
Aside from that, there is no contraindications. It's actually chemoprotective pa. So it will protect your spleen, it will protect your bone marrow, so you won't have low blood counts during the entire sessions of your chemotherapy. You can complete it all.
Yeah, that's true.
That is so true. Well, I must say this is one of the common questions that we have for those people are on with an ongoing chemotherapy journey. So there you have it. Your answer. You can definitely take PPARs alongside your chemotherapy. There you go. All right. For our next question coming from Miss Emily. For my mom who is diabetic for 20 years now, how long should she take PPARs before she experiences improvement? And which PPARs is the best for her?
What's her medical condition again? Sorry.
Diabetes for 20 years.
Oh, wow. Jen, you want to take this first? Yeah, because Jen actually, as a pharmacist, and she actually supports many patients who are diabetic. So maybe you share from my experience and I'll add the theory after.
Okay. The question is, how long should she take PPARs before she experiences improvement? That depends, no? As per experience, the more severe you are, and then when you take PPARs, the effect is much faster to be observed because the before's scenario is very severe than what the PPARs after scenario. And so if you're already diabetic for 20 years, oh my God, mom, are you still taking oral maintenance medications or are you already injecting insulin shots? And for 20 years now, I must say you must have developed more comorbidities also that comes with it, like hypertension and high cholesterol. Maybe because of years of taking oral medications, your liver has been affected also, and even your kidney. So how long should she take PPARs? For benign cases, our protocols are observed within 1 to 3 months. Then when there's a significant improvement, then we can lower the dosage.
Yeah. Well, this is something that we want to highlight here that for some they may not look like there's an urgency for their condition, but as as the years pass by, it gets more severe and we don't want to reach that point, right, Sir Sean?
Yep, correct. So as what Jen says, it really depends on your condition. For your mother who is 20 years diabetes, be a little patient. Imagine she's been diabetic for 20 years. So if she can be totally reversed in 3 weeks, then I think PPARs is a super miracle drug, right? So, but PPARs is really a very effective and wonderful protocol. But you gotta be fair because what PPAR does is different from drug. Drug immediately solves the symptom, which is your blood sugar level. PPAR actually solves the problem, right? Which is your body cells is now resistant to insulin. So it'll take time for your body to be trained, to be made sensitive to insulin again. But here it is. Here's the good news. How fast before your mom will feel the difference, okay? That could be as fast as 48 hours. Give you an example. Being a 20-year diabetic patient, I don't know how serious is her diabetes, right? She might be getting tired easily, right? So maybe 7 p.m., 8 p.m. at night, she's already very sleepy. or she's very sleepy throughout the day, for example. So after taking the PPAR protocol, be it tablets, what was she taking? Did she mention, Sheila?
It didn't, but she
But-
is taking maintenance. She didn't mention the medication, but she is taking maintenance medication and still controlled by the medications also.
Yeah,
for
so
20
number one, you will
years.
notice even with medication, your mom would most likely be easily tired. That's one of the side effects. Now, that's one of the effects of diabetes, right? It makes you fatigued. So one of the effects you will feel very quickly, as quickly as a few days, sometimes literally the same day itself, for some people, is she'll feel more energetic. So normally by 7 p.m. she's tired and sleepy, but now, oh wow, 8 p.m., 9 p.m. she's still watching telenovela. Okay, that's an example. Okay, it's very important for her to continuously monitor her blood sugar levels. Okay, why? Because if she's on maintenance drugs, she will not, if her blood sugar starts to improve because of PPARs, the maintenance drugs will push her blood sugar down. So she might go into hypoglycemia. All right. So it is necessary for you to taper down on your maintenance meds after 1 week, after 2 weeks. You guys just have to monitor. How do you monitor? How do you do this? What you can do is that you just reduce your maintenance meds by a little, maybe by one quarter, and then test the blood sugar level. And stay like that for a few days. If the blood sugar level is normal, even though you cut down your maintenance drug by 25%, then you can cut it down by another 25% after a week, and then another week you cut it again. So over a period of 2 to 3 months, you slowly wean yourself off the medication. All right, but it's very important to continually test your blood sugar during this period. And your mother being a 20-year diabetic, she should also be able to feel if there's any sugar problems, right? All the normal side effects of being a diabetic, she should be able to know. So be careful. And sometimes, you know, as a child, as a son or daughter, okay, sometimes when our parents when they get a bit healthy, they think, I'm gonna get well, and then they're gonna behind your back eat their favorite cake and candy and things like that. Okay, so sometimes for some makulit patients who are very cute, we don't want them to be overconfident. Then they will suddenly start to eat all the things they're not supposed to eat. But yeah, you can see, look forward to fast and effect positive results. In general, even if it's 20 years of diabetes, within 3 months, you should be able to vastly improve or maybe even normalize the blood sugar level. And then after that, you've got to maintain for another 6 months to a year to make sure that the body is completely rehabilitated. Okay?
Thanks. The makulit the parent part that you said, a lot of us can relate.
Yeah, just because they think, oh, I'm a bit better. Now I can eat my ice cream, right? Or chocolates.
Actually, I can recall from one of our success stories in YouTube, Miss Josephine's brother.
Yeah.
So she tried to give him PPARs, right? And then she's taking the brother is taking insulin shots. Then the next day, he took the finger blood sugar test, and then it's normalized. He didn't have to take the insulin shot for that day. Yun. So it could be as fast as that. And then I can also remember one of our recent success stories, Miss Norma, the one we interviewed after the SMX. She was taking, but it's for high cholesterol naman. She was actually self-experimenting. How long can she take? Can she not take her high cholesterol medications while she's on PPAR's powder? So it during that taping, it was lasted for 2 weeks already that she hasn't taken her blood cholesterol medication because she's taking PPAR's powder.
Yeah, everything was doing well, all right? So there you go, all right? Now, but for anyone out there with critical, that means super high diabetes and super high blood cholesterol, I would still advise you to be under a doctor's care, right? So if you're super serious, you know, because you don't want to improve so much, and then your current medication makes you hypoglycemic and you faint while walking in the garden, for example. Okay, that actually happened to one of my personal patients. But she was very happy because the good news is that her diabetes is actually improving. All right, but yeah, she did actually faint while walking down the street, but she's happy because it means that her diabetes is improving. Okay.
Thank you for mentioning that. Of course, we want our patients to be always coordinated with their doctors. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Miss Jen. Next question. Okay. Coming from Miss Kim, is PPAR's tablet enough to help with PCOS cases?
Okay, for PCOS cases, we really recommend soft gel capsule. All right. This is actually I was a speaker. I was actually a keynote speaker for Prima. Prima is a association for integrative doctors. The members are all medical doctors. All right. But these are doctors who also look into functional science and lifestyle medicine. So they also look into supplementation as well. Okay, so during one of the Q&A session with all the doctors, I think there were about 150 to 200 doctors in the room. Someone asked your question about PCOS. And before I can answer, another doctor stood up, and I won't share his name because I don't have his permission, right? I didn't ask him. But he's actually one of the more prominent and considered one of the best, one of the top endocrinologists, internal medicine doctor in Philippines. He stood up and said, yeah, take soft gel capsule. It works for PCOS. Okay. Yeah, he just said it so simply. All right. So if you are having PCOS, soft gel capsules, what's the dosage? I assume you want as strong as possible so that you can improve as quickly as possible, right? So I would suggest definitely for the first month, one capsule 2 times a day, one in the morning and one in the evening. All right.
Excellent. Talking about budget-wise or economical, that is actually one of the best options, the capsule. Would you like to add anything, Ms. Jen?
Yeah, cleansing plus again, because one of the complications of PCOS is obesity. Obesity and insulin resistance. So that might lead to mild diabetes too.
Right. I have a follow-up question. Go ahead, sir.
It's very interesting, right? Because you are pharmacists by training and by
Yes,
certification.
sir.
But now you're actually very well versed in natural. But as a pharmacist, do you in pharmaceutical training as a pharmacist, is fiber actually considered a therapeutic protocol, or is that something that falls more under lifestyle medicine?
Falls more under lifestyle medicine, sir. It's
Right,
still
yeah.
considered supplement.
Yes, correct. Because I remember when I was doing my pharmacology program course subject, it was totally drugs. I mean, it's really everything that a pharmacist does is drugs. It's nothing natural. Nothing natural. Everything is drug based. All right. So it's interesting and wonderful. I mean, for our pharmacist Jen, to now incorporate, because you're highlighting very natural approaches and not just your pharmaceutical background. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Well, it's a good question asked today because it's one of the common questions coming from our ladies. Just a very quick follow-up question, Sir Shyan.
Yeah.
Is it the same mechanics when it comes to myomas?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So in short, this is the thing, guys. Ladies, since these two questions are ladies oriented. In short, PPAR agonist, our PPAR protocol triggers, all right, initiates, it starts and makes sure your body system of dealing with abnormal growths, okay, is handled. So naturally, your body handles abnormal growths, right? Because we have trillions of cells, so they're always replicating. Of course, not every cell is replicated correctly. So there is a editing. There are Meron-like auditors running around your body, making sure that any of the cells that are not normal is removed. So your body has a system to manage this. All right. And any abnormalities in your body, from fever to flu, guess what? Your immune system has the ability to correct it. Let me highlight a very interesting thing. I don't know whether you have thought about it or not. Like COVID virus, all right? Is our body not strong enough to kill the virus? The answer is our body is strong enough to kill the virus. The problem, right? What does your vaccine do? The vaccine doesn't strengthen the ability to fight the virus. The vaccine only helps your immune system recognize the virus. That means the virus goes into your body and your immune system doesn't recognize it, thinking it's a friend when it's an enemy. So what does the vaccine do? Every vaccine does not make the immune system like stronger, more like punch harder. It doesn't make the immune system punch harder. It makes the immune system recognize the bacteria, recognize the virus. All right. So what does this mean? Our body really has the system to correct a lot of these issues, especially so it has an anti-tumor system, anti-wrong growth system, right? So what happens is that the PPAR protocols actually activate the pathways that trigger these systems. That's why the product is so effective for cancer, from benign growths, from myomas to PCOS. Okay, but yeah. Now, how it works for each case will vary, and the effectiveness also differs from patient to patient. So sometimes it takes longer because your body needs to rehabilitate some other organs first. So just for your information, for example, when you go to a TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, right? No matter what your illness is, they will boost two organs first. Okay? They will they'll give you herbs that boost your kidney and your liver. Okay? Your kidney and your liver. These are very important because kidney is for detoxing, right? Which is why when your kidney fails, you need to go for dialysis, right? So as long as your body is going to fight any illness or any imbalance in the body, as long as there's imbalance, virus invasion, illness in your body, there is toxins building up. So the kidney must remove all these toxins. Number two, the liver. Why the liver? Because the liver is the chemical factory of your body. A lot of the food and things that we eat, our body does not use immediately. It is processed by your liver into other chemical compounds that your body then uses. So the liver is like the processing plant of your body in terms of the chemicals your body needs to function. So if these two are not strong, no matter what medicine you take, because don't forget, natural in TCM they use natural, right? So you need to process it so that drugs are already made to act immediately. So that's the difference between natural herbs and pharmaceutical drugs. Okay, so that's why the liver is very important. So what does this mean? Hi, Mams. This means I'm just saying a shout out to Mams because she says hi. This means that your body will also try to repair and nourish your liver and kidney when you take the PPAR protocol. All right, it will also try to strengthen that first, strengthen that at the same time. So as your kidney and liver functions improve, the effect of PPARs in your body also improves. Okay, so sometimes patients have to be a bit patient. The PPAR protocol may be working on your kidney and liver, helping it become better, so that later the effects of the PPARs that you take, like let's say 5 days later, will be more effective than on the first day, because the first 5 days the body was focusing more on repairing the important organs like the liver and kidney. Okay, so this is and I'll share with you one final interesting analogy or real life thing. My fingernails grows 4 times faster than the average speed.
Wow.
Yeah, the reason is because I don't have any other problems in my body. When I take PPAR tablets, I have like excess power. So the body is able to grow the least important thing in the body, which is your fingernails, right? Compared to your heart, your kidney, your liver, your lungs, all right? So there's enough excess goodness that my fingernails is growing 4 times faster than normal. I actually measured. Okay, for all of our listeners today, those of you who are regular PPAR tablet eaters, after eating for 3 months, how many, maybe you didn't notice, but how many of you, as I mentioned this, you'll realize, my fingernails grow very, very quickly compared to my husband who's not taking this. I'm always clipping my nails. All right. Sheila, do you notice? Because I know you eat
I
tablets.
do. I actually just want to mention this because I remembered when my Dominic was also ongoing with his ongoing chemotherapy back then. His nails was also growing normally. I mean, not as fast as yours, but because he's undergoing chemotherapy and he has cancer inside his body, but still the nails are growing normally back then. So I was so amazed with that one. And even before the chemotherapy journey ended, his hair is actually already growing back. So
Yeah.
he was taking the PPARs also all throughout the journey. So there.
So these are like signs of the PPAR tablets, right? Being so good in nourishing your body that even your fingernails grow faster, right? So that's how you can even see the effect. So for your information, my dogs also take PPAR tablets. So one challenge is that my dog's nails grow very fast. Then I have to bring them to Pet Express. Yeah.
True. Thank you, Sir Sean.
Yeah, do you have this effect as well?
Well, sir, as a psoriasis patient, my integumentary parts really grow faster, like the nails
Oh,
and the skin.
oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
part of the, well, okay, this is something I learned today. Okay, that's something new to me. So for psoriasis patients, your fingernails, your hair, all this generally grow faster, is it?
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, that's interesting.
Very
I
Like
interesting.
guess
4 times faster. That's why Maki is always angry na lang because I always have to go to salon.
all
Hi,
right.
Maki.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hi,
Thank you, Sir
Maki.
Sean.
All
Thank
right.
you, Miss Jen. All right. Next question. This is one of the interesting ones as well, coming from Mr. Emil. I am a diabetic patient, and can PPARs help or manage frequent urination? This happens not only for diabetic people, but also for people with prostate issues. Can PPARs help?
Yes, actually it helps. Okay, it helps by improving your kidney health. Okay, so if you improve your kidney health, then the amount of water that is being processed by your kidney will be normal. All right, and because it's normal, then it might improve your urination patterns. But for the gentleman who asked, you know, and there is a limit too. Sometimes as we age, these things just happen. All right. My dad's friends are always complaining about being forced to wake up 2 times at night to urinate, and they are asking me, can my product help? So after they take the product, they still wake up to urinate, but only once. But okay, it helps, but they still have to wake up to urinate. So okay. Yes, it will help. It also help with things like, for example, if you have an inflamed or enlarged prostate, all that, right? So it improves different parts and functions of your body, right? So what that helps is then it helps with the amount of water or amount of pressure being placed on your bladder. So it's not like directly only one action, right? It's not only one action. It's just like to be muscular, you don't just work on an arm, right? Then you only have one big muscle over here. You have to do your whole body. Then the whole effect is that you can carry heavier boxes, right? You got to strengthen your thighs, your waist, your arms. You don't just strengthen one. So the same for your frequent urination. That could be a primary factor. That means one major reason, but many other small reasons why you're going to urinate more often. And with PPAR protocols, we could probably help with some of the factors, but not all. So yes, it will help, but can it totally remove this urination thing? Frequent urination? It might not, right? But it should be able to help. On the good news, on the good side, you're gonna feel more energetic. Your blood sugar, blood cholesterol, all this is gonna improve, right? So it's like a hello. You have more than one effect, okay? Yeah.
That's right. Well, do you want to add anything, Miss Jen, before we head on to our last question for today?
I just want to reiterate lang that PPARs talaga doesn't focus on one condition. It doesn't focus only on diabetes or prostate cancer or breast cancer. It's a holistic care.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's so important. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Jen. Thank you, Sir Sean. All right, for our last question for today, coming from Ms. Rosalina, hello. Sir, what's the difference between PPARS tablet and PPARS powder?
Okay. Good question, right? If you take PPAR powder, it's like taking hundreds of PPAR tablets. Okay, that's the main difference. So the more important question is, when do you take PPAR powder and when do you take PPAR tablets? Okay, if you ask me, for a normal person, the best product you can take is the PPAR tablets. Okay, so it's not the most expensive product that is the best. It's actually the PPAR tablets. It's the cheapest. But why is it the best? It's the best because it has the complete effect. It has all your nutrients. It's a superfood. It's super high in chlorophyll. It helps you detox as well. And it has PPAR agonists to maintain and keep you young looking, right? Anti-aging, longevity, all these wonderful effects. But when you are sick with particular illnesses like cancer, PCOS, things like that, or diabetes that is very serious, then the best products will be the powder and the liquid will be the best. Then next comes the powder and then the soft gel. Okay, so here it is again. For healthy people, the best product is the tablets because it's complete, right? But for people who have critical illnesses, you need the special part. It's not the superfood that you need. All right, it is the special PPAR agonist. That's why it's concentrated. Taking PPAR powder is like taking hundreds of PPAR tablets because you only want the important part in the PPAR tablet, the part that triggers your pathways. Okay, but for maintenance, okay, for normal healthy people, the best product is actually the tablets. Just take plenty of the tablets. Personally, I take 20 micro tablets a day. And I'll come closer to the camera, all right? I'm 50 years old. So I take it because I'm vain. Confession time lang. I take it because when you hit 50 years old, you are very concerned about trying to look young. So I take PPAR tablets really because it's very it keeps me energetic and it's also anti-aging. So I hope that. Hi Janet, that's Janet from Child House. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so that's the difference. That's the difference.
Just want to say, yes, Sir Sean is very vain. That's right. Miss Jen, would you like to add anything?
Ayan. So I just want to emphasize again, Sir Sean said that for healthy people, the best product is the tablets, right? But if you have conditions, severe ones like cancer, it's best to partner it with our extracts like the PPARS powder.
Oh, Jen, I just want to add, it's not best to partner. The tablets are not going to do much for a cancer patient. For cancer patients, really the extract partner with the tablet, not the other way around. Yeah.
That's right. Well, thank you. Well, thank you so much, Sir Sean, and of course, Ms. Jen, for answering the questions of our viewers for today. But of course, before we say goodbye, I'd like to ask for very quick parting words. As you know, our topic today is more on the metabolic side or metabolic illness side, and people who really wants to try to reverse their conditions. No, what can you tell them?
Sorry, Sheila, before we end,
Sure.
there is a comment by Maraya Mintz.
Yes.
I don't understand.
Okay.
What is...
Is PPARS liquid more effective than powder?
The answer is yes. Yes. However, there is one case, one thing, right? For kidney failure patients or patients with serious kidney diseases, we will recommend the powder instead of the liquid. Right? The reason is because the liquid contains more minerals. Right. So for kidney patients, mineral content, especially like phosphate, is very important. They are very sensitive to that. Actually, the liquid is safe for them to take, and it's good and effective. We have many cancer patients, even with kidney issues, they will take the liquid, right? But if it's purely kidney issues, then we'll say take the powder because the powder is has a lighter load on the kidney. Right? So in short, yes, the liquid is better than the powder.
And this is the reason why we ask a lot of questions before we give the recommendations also. Ms. Jen, would you like to add anything?
I just want to go with my last words na this is our first episode of Simply Nature Answers for the year.
Oh wow, yes,
That's
sure.
right.
Thank
Yeah.
you for joining us, everybody. Yeah.
So I'm very excited for all of us. It's a new year. Here comes our New Year's resolution for better health. So
Yeah.
yeah, but I check in with you guys. I know who are watching. I know the names of who are watching, the commenters, the viewers. So I'll catch you up again on the next episode of Simply Nature Answers and let us know what improvements you've observed so far.
My parting words is our commitment because this is very clear. It's for SimplyNature products. This I just want to re-emphasize or state our commitment as a company. Can you imagine how many companies out there actually have Q&A questions and answer session about their products, right? If you buy vitamin C from a pharmacy, no one's going to answer your questions. If you try to ask the pharmacist, they will look at you like, Mom, there's a long queue behind you. People, right? They will say, Mom, can you go and ask your doctor, right? So just to let all of you know how committed we are, and of course, how confident we are to be able to answer your questions, to be here, to be able to follow up with you and to assure you and give you the confidence to let you know that once you purchase any of our PPAR protocol, for us, that's the beginning of both our journeys. It's not like, oh, you bought the product and okay, we're done. No, we're not. We're here with you from start until you achieve the healing that you want. All right. So with that, I'll hand the time back to both Jen and Sheila and wishing everybody a wonderful, healthy 2025.
Thank you, Sir Shyan. And I'll, of course, see you tomorrow for our next webinar. But before I give the details about our webinar tomorrow, I'd like, of course, to tell everyone that you are in for a treat. Catch our ongoing Lazada Sulit Swaldo sale. This is happening until January 17. So please check out our participating products. And as for our other promos, here's exciting news for you on top of our ongoing Lazada Sulit Swaldo sale. And these promos are available via direct and website orders. Buy 3 boxes of PPARs liquid extract and receive a free bottle of PPARs tablet to boost your health naturally. This is perfect for severe conditions such as suspected and active cancers, even for cysts or tumors. But wait, there's more, because if you buy via website, you can even get an additional savings of 280 pesos for a single purchase of 1 box of vials or try boxes of vials. So what are you waiting for? Talk to your assigned healthcare specialist now. We also have another promo upcoming. So if you know anyone who has diabetes, hypertension, or other metabolic illnesses, or even cancer, I'm sure that you're thinking of that someone right now. Manage their health issues with SimplyNature PPARs Soft Gel Capsule. We have an upcoming promo starting on Monday, January 20. Buy 6 packs of soft gel capsules and get a pack of soft gel capsules for free. That's worth 3,600 pesos worth of free products for you. So once again, this website and direct promos are running up until January 31, 2025 only. There you go. Now is always the best time to get the best health, not only for yourself, but of course for your whole family. So experience the benefits of PPARs at an unbeatable price. Once again, we hope to see you tomorrow. That's January 16 at 7:30 on our regular Simply Healed webinar entitled Enhancing Breast Cancer Treatment with Integrative Care, Capturing Nutrition and Even Emotional Well-Being. Once again, thank you so much, everyone. And see you tomorrow on our next webinar. And know that your victories over your health battles are what keeps us going here in SimplyNature. Because here in SimplyNature, we are always with you. from start to healing. Thank you, everybody. God bless you all.